Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than the usual. I am off from work technically for the next couple of days, but I will still be working. I'm going to AfroTech, y'all. AfroTech, if you've never heard of it, is a conference really focused on Black technologists, which is rare, and I'm just excited to be able to attend. My company is sponsoring the event and I'm helping with some recruiting efforts too, but more than anything, I want to be able to enjoy the sessions. So I'm going to be recording a little bit throughout the week. Today is Tuesday, November 9th. The welcome session and everything is today, even though the conference technically started yesterday. So today around 2 is going to be the first session that I'm attending. So I'm really excited to just disconnect, be able to meet some new people, network, even though it's virtually, and have a good time. AfroTech is usually held in Oakland. Like I said, it's virtual. They are still having some in-person events in some places, none that are close to me, but I would have loved to have gone in person, but it's still COVID. Like, there's a whole pandemic and people acting like there's not. That's another topic for another video. But I'm glad that all of these conferences have still been providing platforms for us to attend and get the information without having to be there in person. So I'm making my snacks, I'm making lunch, so I can go get myself set up and start tuning in on some of the sessions. Okay guys, so I just came from the corporate orientation and I wanted to show you guys just a glimpse of like the platform that they have us using. So it's called Virbela, but there's like a separate application that's AfroTech World. So I basically feel like I'm playing The Sims every day, but they allow you to like change male, female, add hats, change your hairstyle, all of that. So I gave my sis some locks, or the closest thing that I could find to it, but they have like some little jewelry in here, watches, you could change the bottoms, shoes, and all of that. So I did all of this setup yesterday. And so I'm gonna show you guys the actual platform. It is really like a full metaverse. You can take yourself off mute and talk to people while you're walking past. So when I'm transitioning between some screens, it's a little slow. Like you can see, it's still loading and trying to save, even though I've literally changed nothing. But this is like the expo hall, and so they drop you to wherever you left off, and there's like help desk. You can stop and talk to people. They have like a little private centers and stuff like that. So I'm about to go in this expo hall and try to find my company's booth so I know where to go tomorrow. But yeah, definitely giving excuse me, can you point me in the right direction? So I'll let you guys know how it goes. Very, very different from all the other virtual conferences I've attended in the past, so it will be fun.
The Art of Execution by Joseph Wofford. He's a pastor in Nashville. He's also the chair of the Board of Tennessee State. So those are some of the books that I'm reading. I always read about 5 or 6. I'm learning now to listen to audio books on the way to soccer practice.
Love seeing these Black women leading. This is beautiful.
So you should check those books out.
So I'm taking a break from the conference sessions to eat dinner. It's 6:30 because, like I said, everything is on West Coast time, so definitely a little bit later than usual. But we about to get into this flatbread, and then the actual like conference open session starts at 7:10. HelloFresh is turning me into a chef. Y'all see this flatbread? About to kill this. I added some tomatoes to mine, so I'm gonna eat. And then now finally the like big welcome session is right now, so I'm getting ready to sit down, eat, and listen in on that. Okay, so recap from today. I tapped out early. My social media it's maxed out. It's hard for me to force myself to talk to people in person. So trying to do it with this little avatar is more challenging than I expected. Though I will say the platform is dope. Like the fact that they give you so many options, you can like make the avatar dance and participate and stuff. You can clap when people are talking. It's very interactive. So I should not have done a bunch of work before I actually started the conference this morning, because I woke up at my normal time. So now I'm like, it's 8 o'clock. I'm trying to detox, take it down. I don't have dance party energy in me. So the conference is still going on. I'm not going to attend. The last session, it was like a quick short film viewing, which I did really want to see, but we will try again tomorrow. I went to 2 sessions today. The first one was about cryptocurrency. So Coinbase was presenting, talking about DAOs and NFTs. And while I still don't have a full understanding of what either of those things are, I think it was a really good conversation and gave me like some basic foundational knowledge. Hopefully one day I can apply the things that I learned, but that was dope. And then the second session that I went to was ServiceNow. There was a Black female senior leader talking about her experiences and how she's navigated senior leadership. The rest of the day was really just getting set up. There is definitely a learning curve to navigating AfroTech World, using the Virbela software. I am not a gamer, haven't played Sims in years, so being in the platform was different. So I spent a lot of time reading through directions and guides on just how to operate, how to jump around to different rooms, and like exploring the platform. So tomorrow there are a ton of sessions. I'll probably set up in my room instead of my office tomorrow because it is a little bit more comfortable, and I will keep bringing you guys along with me so you can see how it goes. It is day 2, so I am already up for the day. It's about 10:30. I'm trying to find my way to this trap yoga. It's supposed to start at 10:30, so I am late, but I just got into the conference platform now. So I got my room set up so that I can participate if I can figure it out. It says it's on the rooftop. So I'm walking through this virtual building trying to get there. But I already had breakfast. I had a meeting this morning for work, so did that. And I will probably put on some real clothes after trap yoga, since I possibly might have to do an interview today if they find some potential candidates. So that is what is going on for my start of day 2 for the conference. I have it on the big screen, and then I have to be signed into my work laptop because that's where the platform is installed. So there was no yoga, but I'm here at the Soca dance event, so I need to get some type of body movement because I did not do my morning stretch thinking I was going to do trap yoga. So now it looks like I'm in the right place. That 15 minutes showed me that I need to start working out again. But it was good dance cardio. So whatever they about to do in this other half, I'm not doing it. I don't got it in me. But Socanomics was fun. Probably just look them up on YouTube so I can find some other ones to do it again. Good morning. It is day 4 of AfroTech. Day 3 I did not record because I was not feeling well yesterday. Today I'm feeling a ton better. I just was sluggish and just feeling out of it, probably from the conference just being in a different time zone, and attending these sessions and working later than usual. I was dragging a little bit yesterday, so I decided not to record, but today we are back. I'm actually on my way home from getting a massage, because if you know, like I know, being on the computer all day can definitely make your neck and back super tight. So I try to go regularly, and it was definitely needed after all of these hours that I've been spending at AfroTech World this week. So I'm around the corner from my house now, but I wanted to spend some time just recapping with you guys day 2 and day 3 of the conference. So like I said, it's Friday. At the end of day 2, I really enjoyed some of the sessions that I got a chance to attend. Some of the sessions are on the platform, so you actually have to navigate to the stage or the location that's listed, and then you can tune in via the jumbotron that's playing in the room, which is cool for you to like actually walk in virtually. You have to find a seat and focus on the screen. You can actually ask questions, and they've had the presenters doing a Q&A after for some of the sessions. So I got to listen in on some topics about imposter syndrome, agile practices. What else did I go to? There have been sessions about balancing your side hustle with your main hustle, which is definitely something that I'm trying to figure out now that I'm working on creating more content for my channel. Just a lot of good stuff. So I've been leaning in and really just going to anything that I can fit in the schedule, and in between I've been spending time actually networking. I know that's something that's super necessary, so I've been pushing myself outside of my comfort zone to actually really spend time walking up to people, going to some of the networking events that they have. I've been to happy hour and trap bingo, which was dope to do virtually, and I've just been having a really good time, surprisingly, just talking to other people that are in the tech industry. So today is the last like formal day. I know that they have some events on Saturday, but they're doing more of like the fun stuff on Saturday. So there's actually a paint activity that I'm probably gonna go to, because I have this painting set up in my basement that I have like stood up and have not touched since I put everything down there. So I really want to start painting. I think that would be relaxing. And today I'm just gonna dive back in. It's about 11 o'clock now, so I'm gonna go get set up. I've already had breakfast and keep networking, keep sharing the information about my company for people that might be interested, and I will check in with you guys later. Before I do anything, I always come in and look at the conference schedule for the day, figure out what sessions I'm attending. So I'm gonna go through, these are all in Eastern Standard Time. So I'm gonna click through some of these events, decide which ones I wanna go to, and I'll put them on my calendar, so that way I know when they start and I don't have to keep coming back to this page to see where they are in AfroTech World. It helps me kind of navigate and really just be able to focus on some of the sessions. And then in between those times, I'll go out to the yard, go to the beach, and some other spots where I've been networking to just talk to people and hopefully make some new connections in tech. So this is kind of my method for how I get started for attending a conference. And there are a lot of cool sessions going on today, and a lot of opportunities to just sit and talk to people from other companies. So I'm gonna go through and start filling out my calendar so I can jump on the platform. So AfroTech ended yesterday. Today is Sunday, November 14th, 2021. So I just want to kind of recap with you guys, talk about what some of my favorite sessions were. But to start out, I had an amazing time just being surrounded by people that look like me, regardless if it was virtual or not. It just feels different to be with your community. I think representation is so important. And as someone who's often the only, whether it's the only woman, the only Black person, a combination of those two in the room, it was very refreshing to be surrounded by other Black women and men that like love the same things that I do, that have the same interests, speak the same language. So I thought it was dope. I definitely will want to attend in person. So I'm really hoping in the future I'll get a chance to go to Oakland and get the full experience. But the Virbela platform really had a lot to offer. There were beaches and you could ride boats, you could walk around. They had a basketball court, a soccer field, anything that you could think of really was available to you in the Metaverse. So I definitely love the way that they kind of still infused Black culture into everything, regardless of it was in person or not. Like I said, I got to go to like Trap Bingo, which I shared a clip of. I didn't get to do the paint day yesterday because I did not feel good at all. So I was in the bed basically all day yesterday. So that's why this recap is really a day late. But I want to talk about what some of my favorite sessions were throughout because I really enjoyed them and I wanted to kind of share some of those highlights with you guys. So I'm going to give you guys the top 3 sessions that I really enjoyed. I have a ton of notes from so that I can give you the highlights. The first one was how to become a software engineering leader without a degree. Unfortunately, I didn't get the presenter's name and I can't find it anywhere online. I was looking forward to share with you guys. So if I find it, I will put it down in the description box below. But he really talked about doing what's in demand instead of doing what you love, and finding ways to really stand out in your interviews, to be able to show examples of how you can operate in ambiguous situations and how you've excelled in that instead of trying to prove that you're the expert in the room. He talked really a lot about mindset shift and the power of your brand. So I definitely need to go update my LinkedIn. He also talked about hiring yourself. So if you can't find a job or a company that's willing to take a chance on you, for you to be your first employer, for you to go out and create a business or solve a problem in a space that allows you to get the experience to really be able to speak to what these like larger companies are looking for. So that was the first one. That was November 10th, so day 2 of the conference. That session was on Wednesday. Thursday, I went to one that Joy Ofodu was presenting. If you follow her on Instagram, she's one of the people that I love to pay attention to what she's doing. She works for Meta, but she has a ton of content really over the last year or so where she's been just creating reels about her relationship experiences. So I would check her out. But her session was called Work Hard, Play Often. And this was the session where she was talking about how she balances her side hustles with her main hustle. Her main hustle being working at Meta, her side hustle being like all of the content that she's created and like what that's birthed as far as speaking engagements, things like that. And she really talked a lot about making sure that you have trust with your current employer, with your main hustle, that they can see that your side hustles aren't interfering with your work for them. And to make sure that you're amplifying and telling other people what you're doing so that they can support you. So I took a ton of notes away from that since that is the stage I am transitioning to. So that was my favorite session of November 11th, which would have been day 3 of the conference. And then day 4, which was Friday, there was a session that like just blew me away. And really this was my favorite session of the entire conference. So the presenter's name was Mary Grate-Pyos. So I would definitely look her up on LinkedIn. She just was preaching, y'all. She was dropping gems the entire time, but her session was entitled A Growth Mindset and Protecting Your Income. But she was talking about how we are really like the generation that needs to take advantage of our opportunities and accelerate and invest in ourselves to define our vision instead of focusing on what other people are doing. And so one of the quotes that I love, I'm going to read it from my laptop where my notes are, but she talked about the fact that we are the seed of the slave that would not die. We have to take the action steps in order to soar and be brave enough to take the necessary action for change. And I don't know why I felt that so deeply, but I just thought that like us realizing and operating from that place of gratitude, like we're so much stronger than our circumstances. Look at the last 2 years that we've already conquered. Like only imagine what we could do if we thought about our obstacles as opportunities instead. So that really was what she talked about, and she laced in protecting your income and making sure that like we understand taxes and investments, and that we don't have what she called black tax, which is like really the guilt that Black people experience when they are excelling and feel like the responsibility to take your whole family with you, for you to kind of put everybody on your back. So she gave us a word on Friday. So I was locked into that session, and I'm definitely going to be looking out for other things that she's doing. So I will leave their names in the description box below if you guys want to check out any of those awesome presenters. But I thoroughly enjoyed the conference. My favorite networking session was definitely the Black Women Engineers session that they had on the beach. And I just walked around and talked to the people that I could. And I actually wound up sitting over at a table talking to 2 women that I met from 2 different parts of the states. And we really just got to chat about our lives and like the transitions that we're in. So I would recommend that you guys check out the conference for next year. Usually I believe Blavity does make some of the sessions available on their website. Lunch Table is another platform that they host. I will put that link in the description box below as well. But thank you for tuning in and sticking to the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed seeing AfroTech through my eyes and experiencing the metaverse with me for the first time. So leave me any questions that you have or any things that maybe I didn't answer in the comments below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.